Hello, hello. It is a dark episode for October the 5th, 2021. Back to work again. Hey, I actually got to work on time, on schedule, and all that, so I will have to kind of replicate that going forward as long as I do not have a bike, which, I think as an adult I should be able to do. So there's that. Um, I got my rating in for the day. I seem to be averaging sort of 2,700 ish, sometimes higher, a day. I'm up to like 13,500 and something today on day five. So I'm taking a good hunk out of all of this. I'm ahead of I'm well ahead of the curve. That that little that little line that not that just that not logarithmic or anything, just a straight line on that XY graph going pointing towards 50,000. If I continue at this pace, I will well surpass 50,000 by the end of the month. If I don't continue on this pace, it'll give me a fair amount of padding to be able to. So, and that's always a good thing to have in my back pocket. I mean, the good thing with my schedule and my very trudgy kind of life is that I most likely will continue on this, or at least some version of this. But we'll see. We'll see. This is early days. We're in the first week where everyone's all happy and hyper, and then you get into week two, and week two is, people can hit walls and stuff like that. And I mean, I've got plenty of scenes written out, but you gonna play I'll play some Tom Waits. You got to get behind the mule in the morning and plow, you know and that's with creative work as well as with any other sort of work. Yes, so there's that. The other thing I need to actually get behind the mule in the morning and plow is I've gonna I've read, thank the Lord, I've read the first essay by Gene Barman, and I want to read the second one, about and it's actually all about kind of really my area. I mean, the first one really was with the song keys by the Lee Quanigan Quanigan Lee Quanigan peoples, about them getting displaced from their land, which is, I mean, I could actually right now be sitting on these lands. I should actually look at the thing, but I think um, the reservation and stuff like that, their reservation, I could be sitting on it. I need to actually kind of look at the historical record there and see how far it extended. Um, but yeah, where I'm sitting right now might actually be what I'm reading about in this essay, which is kind of is really fascinating, and really good to know. And um, I was doing a bit of research today, and it's like the city fathers kept on complaining about these, run down, terrible wooden shacks that these native people are living in. It's like I have a feeling that these are they are saying are rundown wooden shacks are actually an example of native architecture, which are these plank houses, which were made kind of slotting in planks, in kind of with posts, as a very kind of mobile, practical, movable kind of housing that they used. So, you know, whether they lived in a shanty town or not, but it's like, no, it's like sort of another one of these things of like, yeah, there was a complete cultural disconnect, and wow, um, our cultures at the time, anything that was different from our own, we just looked down upon. And I mean, there's a lot of ways we do that now. And I mean, I have to say, probably if I've seen old pictures of it, I would have thought, oh, it is kind of old, kind of shacks that they're living in. I wouldn't have had the knowledge. So I gotta kind of own that myself. That, yeah, yeah, I could be ignorant right now about it too. So that was really just a little fascinating thing. Um, yeah, I mean that's been this week has definitely been consumed by a lot of NaNoWriMo stuff. So um, I've been getting my a couple of hours in the morning, which has been good. Yeah, yeah, and I've been actually getting to sleep and getting up without too much issue and without feeling too horribly run down. Because that's the thing. It's like if I find that I'm setting myself a pace that isn't sustainable for the whole month, then I might ease back a little bit. I've definitely been running hard, like an extra 1,000 or at least a day. Um, yeah, basically an extra 1,000 a day is what I've been doing, um, which is great. But I don't have to if I start feeling overtaxed. Um, but yeah, yeah, I'm enjoying the story. It's silly, it's it's fantasy and it's erotica. That's what it is. I apparently have found my métier, and it's crappy fantasy erotica story. As stories seems to be that's what I go for. You know, I'm enjoying myself. I don't have to ever inflict it upon another human being, and we'll go from there. All right, I'm gonna just stop here for now and go and get into bed and probably read a bit of Trollope, because boy, tomorrow I'm gonna read that second Barman essay and try and digest so that on Sunday be I can have something useful to say to Sean about it, especially this being my own kind of home province. And I mean, I do have a couple of things that I actually kind of picked up today, and I can go back over the Songhees essay. But yeah, I should really figure out, where this particular rounds of the thing are, because that would just be like, oh, that would be really interesting. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.